That was the sounds of the Barry Brown, the fittest of the fittest, of course. And it's still the Beat FM with your man, Crazy D, still on the airwaves. We're here till 6:15 if you just locked in. Welcome and hi to all of you. Hope that you big up yourself every single time. Oh no, hold on, I pressed the wrong button. No, go back. Okay, yeah, as I was saying, we'll carry on with the extra low frequency talk. We'll carry it back on with that because I want to talk to you about global dimming as well. It's not like we haven't got time anyway, you know what I mean? We've got plenty of time. Time is the one thing that we do have, so it's not like it's, we're not like we're going anywhere. But still, what am I talking about? The feeling of being controlled without you even having like any what am I talking about? The fact that you're being controlled without your consent or say so is a really private thing to each individual, and using these kinds of extra low frequencies in domestic situations seems like a bad thing to me. Do you know what I mean? Because really and truly, they shouldn't be using these kind of special weapons on normal people, because you don't know what the effects might be. People's got heart problems and stuff like that, or they've got high blood pressure, or they're of a nervous disposition. Like I read before about the extra low frequencies and what type of frequencies they are. There are applications for this to stop those people who feel depressed all the time. So that can be a good way of using such a device. If you can stop someone from feeling depressed and make them a more worthwhile member of society, give them some more hope and inspiration, then hell yeah, why not? Let's deal with it. But when you start using it against the public as a weapon of control, that is where it starts to get misused. Because on a war, when you're on a war field, in a war zone, whatever, that's a different situation altogether. But in general terms, in regards to civilians and to normal public, that's a bad way to want to try and control people. Bad way. Because you don't know what the reaction of a person might be to a particular electromagnetic frequency, especially if they're surrounded by a lot of electromagnetic goods as well. There are a number of documented effects of these low levels of electromagnetic radiation. As I said, the effects, they can be positive or negative depending on the intent of the operators. Now in Europe and elsewhere, the use of these low levels of electromagnetic radiations are being applied to the development of very effective healing systems, stuff that can make you feel better, that can help. There'll be future articles that will be discussing the finding of the researchers in that. But significant work has been done in non-surgical applications for treating heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and numerous other disorders. I'm sure they could even help with sickle cell as well. Because if you can change the frequencies of the brain to try and help with the pain, to try and dull it or lessen the pain, it could help with somebody who might have those problems. However, the dark side of these technologies is the military. The Department of Defense uses the same basic information for developing weapons which attack health. So here we have one way how we can use it as a healing system, as a way to make someone better, make their life more easier. Not just about prolonging life, who wants to live forever, but it's about making your life experience as comfortable as possible, especially if you're somebody who has an ailment. I'm sure there's people out there who might have a particular illness or sickness who would love for a way for it to be eradicated from their body, and who would blame them? And these things can be used for treating heart disease, cancer, diabetes, other things like this. This is what we should be working towards, not be using these technologies for the advancement of weapons and military and killing people and stuff like that. It should be used better. But as usual, the wrong people are in charge and the wrong people have control over these particular weapons. And it's bad. It's really, really bad. And the other part to this conundrum here is the whole HARP issue, because that is another thing that people have heard about and done research, but they've not realized up until now the connection between the extremely low frequency technology, weapons applications, and the HARP project. HARP stands for the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. Now, the HARP project directs a 3.6 megawatt signal in the 2.8 to 10 megahertz region of the HF, or high frequency band, into the ionosphere. And the signal may be used, it can be pulsed, or it can be like a continuous beam of energy. But this is one application that we're talking about here, what they're using that particular machine for. They're applying energy to the top part of the atmosphere, now ionizing that part. Now, who knows what kind of effect that might have, and who knows if it's not affecting other people? These are the questions that need to be answered, and trying to get the answer to this question is like trying to pull teeth. It is on the borderline. Well, to put it lightly, it's very, very hard indeed. Now, there are a number of documented effects of these low levels of electromagnetic radiation, and these effects can be positive or negative depending on the intent of the operators, as I said. Now, the use of these new weapons in altering and manipulating human brain functions is startling. In 1995, Dr. Patrick Flanagan was asked if there was a way to guard against low-level radiations in the extremely low frequency range. And these frequency ranges can cause disruptions in the human brain. He considered the question and then described the following equipment configuration for use in a home or workplace. Now, as I just stated to you before, the low frequency, let's go back over the low frequencies here and try and work them out. Because we've got there are 3 different types of frequency. You've got the theta, alpha, and beta. And beta is the one that we use when we're during our waking hours. And the alpha waves are strongest during the twilight state when we're half awake and half asleep. And the theta waves, that leads to the relaxing and controlling and relieving of and feeling calm, if you like. Those frequencies are operated between 6 and 10 hertz. And the HARP machine, it operates between 2.8 to 10 hertz of the high frequency. And when I mean high frequency, it just means obviously high frequencies and you can't hear it. That's what it means. But this is why the 2 links have been made, because the 2 things coincide with the same similar frequency. And the applications are being used by the military to be used in normal situations, and the technology is over here as well and is being used already. You know that that machine, or what do they do in certain troubled spot areas of London where the youths, young kids, where they gather, like anyone below the age of, is it 18? I'm not sure, but in certain areas they have this frequency, this pitch that can only be detected by youths under the age of 18 or 16. Can't remember off the top of my head, but it can only be detected by them, and it stops them from gathering and hanging out on the street. Apparently they use this frequency stuff in Church Road, but it actually does work. It puts out a sine wave that the kids, they can't stand, and it's irritating, and it causes them to move off. And this is how they got these technologies, through these experiments of the extremely low frequency, and how it can be used to manipulate human beings and stop them from doing certain stuff. Now, the question is, how can you protect yourself? Well, I'm going to explain to you. This was given out by Dr. Flanagan, so I'm going to paraphrase. And he suggested that a circuit could be constructed in your house. The system he described would start with a white noise generator. Now, these are available from organizations like the Sharper Image, but you will have to delve into and do research on it yourself. And a white noise generator speaker would be disconnected, and the speaker's wire leads would be connected to the input side of a power amplifier. if you like. And the output side of that power amplifier would be connected to an insulated copper wire, which would be looped once around the area which it was designed to protect against extremely low frequencies. Now this circuit would provide protection from low power density extremely low frequency signals. And the purpose of the system is to create a situation where the ELF signals cannot lock onto biological systems like human beings. For example, the effectiveness of the system would be based upon its actual construction and the ELF power levels in the area. The components for construction can be readily obtained from electronic supply houses and can be bought by people skilled in electronics to ensure that component size matches correctly. And these are the things that you can build that circuit in the house. So I'll go over it again. You need a white noise generator, and these are available from somebody out there somewhere must be able to sell you one of these. And a white noise generator speaker would be disconnected, and the wire leads would be connected to an amplifier to boost the signal. And then the output side of the power amplifier, which is normally connected to the speaker, would be connected to an insulated copper wire, which would be looped around an area like, I don't know, inside of your house or whatever. So you need a lot of cable, and then you use that, and it would block out extremely low frequencies if you feel that you're having these problems in your house, because as I read to you before, it can cause all types of problems. It can even cause like memory loss and memory blocks and stuff like that. It can disrupt your very being and make you feel really uneasy in your house. You see how technology works, but the technology what they're using is not really very good technology. It's kind of evil technology, not really good in these very skeptic times that we're living in at the moment, you know.
Warning, warning.
I tell you have to be careful about what these people are trying to put into the air and stuff like that. These certain things are very dangerous. Whether you know about them or not, you need to try and do some research on it, because the technology is there to try and control yous and mind brain. They want our brains. They want to know what you're thinking all the time.
Electronical human competitor, digital master, creating programs on a computer. Leading edge of technology, I just need solar energy. Good ganja weed is my electricity. I am the leading edge. Lord, robotic synthetism, electronical human competitor, digital master, boy, creating programs on my computer. I am the robot who play with laptop in a digital plot. I need 100 gigawatt to fight in a computer riot. Pretty looks for is my weapon for sure, cause it on MT40 for all Congo top pussy. Robotic synthetism, electronical human competitor, digital master, boy, creating programs on my computer. Leading edge of technology, I just need solar energy. Good ganja weed is my electricity. I am the leading edge. Boy, I am the robot who play with laptop in a digital plot. I need 100 gigawatt to fight in a computer riot. Pretty dope for is my weapon for sure, cause it on MT40 for all Congo Cup crew. My Congo Cup keep the K. My Congo Cup keep the K. Because I am a robot. Because me I'm a robot. Flash it.
Tonight we're gonna get digital frequencies, technology, and all that stuff there. Keep it digital, you know what I mean?
Electronical human.
In a reggae-matical style.
Digital master, boy, creating programs on a computer. I am the robot who play with laptop in a digital plot. I need 100 gigawatt to fight in a computer riot. Flash it.
This one gonna take me out to the community break. It sounds like the Som T. It's a couple digital tunes just flinging there, you know? Some experimental stuff, yeah. I'll be back after the break with more talk from the man Crazy D. Keep it locked on the Beat FM 101.9.
Yeah man, we are taking to the streets for them. You hear me? I telling you. Yeah man, because I love you. Hear that? Yeah.